I hope you've enjoyed Complexions, Canterbury Dance Night 2023. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Maya Sutton, and it is my immense pleasure to be standing up here with my co-valedictorian and great friend, Maggie Maynard. Writing a speech was tricky. How could we condense 4 years of memories interrupted by history's longest March break into a few sentences? We expected that over the 4 years of high school we could grow and change, but little did we know as we entered grade 9, we never anticipated the whole world would change as well. But somehow, despite our anxieties and self-doubt, through lockdowns and masking, we made it to the Barry Alexander stage to present our personal stories through our shared language of dance. What a journey.
When we arrived for our auditions way back in January and February of 2019, many of us recognized each other from competitions. Oh, that's that girl. I know she's a total snob. By the end of Chill Camp the following September, we had put all of our preconceptions aside and went from rivals on the competition stage to teammates, friends, and yes, a dysfunctional family in the dance hall. Sadly, as we began forging our relationships and high school identities, we were abruptly interrupted in March 2020. However, Miss D, Mrs. Blakely, and Mrs. Graham weren't about to let us off the hook. While all of the other departments were trying to get their acts together, the dance department took 2 counts of 8 to pivot online, getting us right back to the bar for ballet exam prep.
Despite the time we lost due to the pandemic and the many obstacles we faced, we made it a priority to lift each other up and work together to make memories that included more than masks and social distancing. Our teachers, Miss T, Mrs. Graham, and Mrs. Blakely, were all a big part of that. Mrs. Graham, thank you for always being able to keep everyone's spirits high and helping us find the good in every day. Mrs. Armstrong, thank you for all the wonderful input you've given us during your short amount of time here. We know that the next cohorts at Canterbury Dance will be so lucky to have you. Alvaro, our percussionist. Thank you for providing many of us with the opportunity to train with live music for the first time. Alvaro's contribution to the Canterbury experience is unique and invaluable, and we appreciate all the supporters of the dance program for providing us with the funds that allow him to continue with us. And last but certainly not least, Miss T. Thank you for keeping us all under control and being such an amazing leader and mentor. The lessons that you've taught us inside and outside of the classroom mean a great deal, and we cannot thank you enough.
As dancers, we have been turning down social events with, sorry, I can't, I have dance, since we were in the womb. Our time at Canterbury has been no different. Somehow, despite our already full schedules, we have managed to commute to school from as far away as Rockland and Kemptville and still find time to dance before, after, and in between classes. And we learned in our earliest weeks here that being late was unacceptable. Although most of us felt left the comfort and support of our home communities for the chance to participate in the Canterbury Dance Program, the excitement of seeing the cast list for the first time, experimenting with costumes and lighting, and finding a way to be at 3 rehearsals at the same time has made it all worthwhile. We found new comfort with each other, walking into the dance hall at 8 a.m., surrounded by friends who understand us and cheer us on, and taking their turns making the very necessary Starbucks runs.
One of my best memories from my time here at Canterbury is beating Maddie in the boxing ring last year. Owen's piece made fighters of all of us, and we had to become fighters. We fought to get back on the stage for dance night, and we fought for each other to have the opportunities to tell our story and share our passion. As Amanda Gorman said in The Hill We Climb, we lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious.
So as we all move on to the next chapters of our lives, we will remember the things we learned in this program. We will certainly never forget that
Early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable.
We will also remember that no matter how quick the costume change, it is never acceptable to leave our bees showing. We hope that when we think back to our exceptional 4 years of high school, minus a lockdown or 20, we will cherish all that we have done together, through thick and thin, and know that wherever we find ourselves, we can always rely on each other. Before we conclude our speech, we ask that tonight you think of something that you are grateful for, because I know for us on stage, we feel so much gratitude for the art of dance that has brought us all together tonight and forever.
Thank you.
Thank you, Becky and Maya, for such a lovely valedictory address. Both of you always manage to make us smile, laugh, and both of your smiles light up the room. Thank you so much. One of our perennial sayings in the dance program is that it takes a village to put on dance night. It is a big job for the company teacher, sure, but it takes high effort from the dancers, from all the teachers, parents, and guardians. We took intentional steps to rebuild the program during and since the pandemic. One element we have not yet reestablished, again intentionally, was the Dance Parent Council. The DPC works to support the dance teachers in some of our programming and our fundraising efforts. They're integral to organizing parent guardian volunteers and contribute to dance night in particular. This year, we had 3 dance parents really take the helm, coordinating the back of house production, which enabled me to focus on the dancing and the dancers. Please help me welcome Jenny Maynard, Nicola Sutton, and Eugene Way to the stage to receive this certificate of appreciation. Jenny, Eugene, and Nicola have been indispensable to me, not just this year, but last year as well, when we threw together a dance night in 11 weeks. And we are so indebted and grateful for everything that you have done, including training the up-and-coming parents. Thank you so much for everything that you have done. Wonderful. Yeah, I don't know. We're coming back next year, right? I would also be remiss if I didn't thank my colleagues, Debbie Armstrong and Jessica Graham, for helping me put on dance night with all the supervision, coordinating the programs, which might be acting as fans in your hands. Everything. Thank you so much, Jessica and Debbie. I couldn't do this without you, and actually they are backstage right now and have been for the whole night. Thank you. That's it. Thank you so much for coming. We hope you enjoyed the show. I'm immensely proud of all of you and what we've done, especially given some hiccups that we had at the 11th hour, 59th second minute. Thank you very much.